Hello everyone! So for today's video, pag-uusapan natin yung computation part sa inyong module number 1. So first, here is our problem. A stone is thrown horizontally with a speed of 20 meters per second from the top of a building. Complete the table below. So take note of the word horizontally. Here is our table. In the first column, we have here the time interval of 1, 2, 3, and 4 seconds. On the second column, we are tasked to find the vertical displacement in meter. Third, the horizontal displacement in meter as well, and the vertical velocity in meters per second, and lastly, the horizontal velocity. So class, take note that the horizontal velocity is constant. Thus, yung given natin kanina, na 20 meters per second is constant siya all throughout this time interval. So, lalagay lang natin yung 20 meters per second for a while. Ito sa ating table. So, 20. Okay. 20. 20. And 20. Now, hanapin naman natin yung vertical displacement. Okay, pag sinabi nating vertical displacement, ito yung height. Yung horizontal displacement on the other hand, ito naman yung range. And yung vertical velocity, ito yung ating formula for this one. Ito yung ating gagamitin na formula for us to find the vertical velocity. So let us start. First, identify muna natin what are the given. Okay, so here is our given. First, we have the initial horizontal velocity of 20 meters per second. And then we have the acceleration due to gravity, which is yung small letter g natin, na 9.8 meters per second squared. Pero doon sa inyong module, okay, ang sabi doon, i-round up natin yung ating acceleration due to gravity into 10 para wala na siyang decimal point. So, saradong 10 na natin siya. That would be 10 meters per second squared. So, ito yung gagamitin nating value ng letter G sa ating calculations later. Okay, so first, hanapin natin si vertical displacement, okay, or yung height ng ating projectile given itong 1 second. So, ano ba yung formula natin for vertical displacement? So, we have this one. H is equal to 1/2 times G times t squared. So, substitute natin what are the given. So, ito yung ating given. Alright. Now, again, ito yung ating formula. So, lagi lang natin H is equal to 1/2. Okay? Then, times natin siya by letter G, which is yung ating 10 meters per second squared. So, times natin 10 meter per second squared. Don't forget to square it. And then, yung ating 1 na time interval, and it is also squared. Now, perform the indicated operation. So, 1 times 10 meters per second squared. Okay? And then, 1 second squared then. So, we can cancel this squared. Ayan, and matitira na lang is 10 meter divided by 2. The answer will be 5 meter. So, this is our vertical displacement for number 1 na time interval. So, that would be 5 meter. Okay. Now, for the horizontal displacement naman, ang gagamitin nating formula is this one. Kasi range yung ating hinahanap. Sige, calculate natin siya. Now, calculate naman natin yung horizontal displacement or yung range. So, ito yung ating formula na gagamitin for us to find the range. So, we have R is equals to V sub Ix, which is itong ating initial horizontal velocity, times yung ating time na 1 second. So, substitute lang natin yung ating formula. we have 20 meters per second squared. Ay, wala palang squared, sorry. And then yung time natin na 1. So, that's it. Cancel lang natin yung S, yung second, and ang matitira, 20 meters. So, that will be our final answer. So, ito siya. And for the next one, calculate naman natin yung vertical velocity. Now, ano yung formula na ating gagamitin for this one? So, ito siya. Vertical velocity is equals to, vertical velocity is equal to small letter g, yung ating acceleration due to gravity, times the time. So, substitute lang natin. So, we have, okay, times natin yung g na 10 meters per second squared. And then, yung ating time na 1 second. So, cancel out natin si squared and then yung second. So, ang matitira is 10 meter per second. So, times lang natin siya by 1. And then, the answer will be 10 meters per second. So, ganun lang siya kadali. 10 meters per second. So, kompleto na yung ating... Okay, so as you can see, kompleto na yung ating vertical and horizontal displacement under kay 1 second and ganun din kay vertical and horizontal velocity. So, let us now move on dito sa second row, dito sa ating number 2. So, sige, calculate natin once again. Again, hinahanap is si vertical displacement. So, ito yung gagamitin nating formula. The height. H is equal to 1/2, once again. And then, times natin siya doon sa 10 meters per second. Again, ito yung ating given. Ayan. So, times lang natin. 10 meters per second squared. And then, yung time natin is 2. Dito na tayo sa 2. So, 2 squared. Pwede nating makancel itong second squared. Ayan, since same lang sila. And then, ang matitira na lang is 1. Okay? Times 10 meter times 2. 2 squared is equal to 4. Right? So, divided by 2. And then 1 times 10 is equals to 10 times 4 is equal to 40. Divided by 2 will have 20 meter. So, ito yung ating height. 20 meter. And for the second one, calculate naman natin si horizontal displacement. So, sige, calculate natin siya. Pero hindi na ito yung formula ang ating gagamitin, kundi ito ng range. See, range yung hinahanap for the horizontal displacement. So, R is equal to the initial horizontal velocity, which is yung 20 meters per second. Okay, then times lang natin siya by 2, which is yung ating time. So, walang sinabing i-squared, kaya hindi natin siya i-squared. Makakancel out natin yung seconds, and then times lang natin yung 20 meter times 2. Okay, times 2. So, that will be 40 meter. So, this is our horizontal displacement. And for the last one, calculate naman natin, okay, si vertical velocity. So, sige, calculate natin si vertical velocity. So, we have vertical velocity, Vy, is equal to yung ating letter G or yung acceleration due to gravity of 10 meters per second squared. And then, yung ating time na 2 seconds. So, pwede nating i-cancel out itong second and then yung ating squared. So, mawawala yung ating squared dito sa ating acceleration due to gravity. So, perform the indicated operation. 10 meter per second times 2, we have 20 meters per second. So, ito yung ating vertical velocity. So, that's it. Ganon lang yung pag-compute natin. Okay, ganon lang tayo mag-compute ng ating vertical displacement, horizontal displacement, and vertical velocity.